Could one Instagram post truly be worth nearly $5 million? Jin of BTS has just proven it is possible, and the fashion world is still reeling. At Milan Fashion Week, the global superstar not only turned heads with his impeccable style, but also shattered expectations with a staggering reported earnings of $4.85 million per post. Yet what left observers truly speechless wasn't just the number. It was that every single post had comments turned off, a move that has sparked intense speculation worldwide. Why would one of the most admired public figures in the world silence interaction at a moment of such grandeur? What is Jin trying to signal? The answer might lie in the fusion of influence, exclusivity, and sheer demand. Jin, known to billions as part of the phenomenon that is BTS, walked the runways with the elegance and poise of someone who has transformed from K-pop idol to global fashion icon. Brands that once dreamt of collaborating with celebrities are now chasing him, not just for visibility, but for the cultural weight he carries. Milan Fashion Week, already a nexus for style and prestige, became the stage where Jin's influence crossed from music into high fashion with unprecedented force. Industry insiders are calling it a defining moment in celebrity brand synergy. But how does a single social media post translate into $4.85 million in earnings? The calculation combines reach, engagement potential, and perceived brand value. Jin's global following spans tens of millions, yet by disabling comments, he paradoxically creates scarcity, elevating the post from mere content to coveted currency. Each image, each caption, becomes a statement, an event that audiences worldwide observe without immediate interaction. The move also ensures that attention is focused entirely on the artistry and presentation rather than the digital chatter, a strategy that has analysts describing it as strategic brilliance bordering on revolutionary. Observers can't stop speculating. Is this the future of influencer marketing, or a one-off spectacle reserved for a star of Jin's caliber? His Milan appearance was not just another fashion moment. It was a calculated statement about the intersection of fame, commerce, and control. From the tailored Gucci ensembles to the subtle cues in his posture and choice of accessories, every detail was curated to amplify brand narratives while solidifying Jin's own status as a global arbiter of taste. Each photograph, each short clip shared on social media, is thus transformed into a high-value asset. Financial analysts are already dissecting the implications. At $4.85 million per post, Jin has become arguably the most commercially potent member of any K-pop group in history. This eclipses previous earnings benchmarks for individual celebrities during fashion weeks in Europe, raising the question, can anyone realistically surpass this? Or has Jin set an untouchable record? Experts suggest that it's not just numbers. It's the combination of credibility, global appeal, and an almost theatrical control over audience attention. In marketing terms, Jin has turned scarcity, silence, and anticipation into a product, monetizing influence with precision. The reactions within fashion circles have been just as dramatic. Top designers, photographers, and brand managers have openly commented on the magnitude of Jin's presence. One insider described seeing Jin at the Milan runway as standing at the center of gravity where style, culture, and money converge. The silence of comments may initially seem counterintuitive, but it forces a focus entirely on visual impact and narrative control. Followers are left watching, digesting, and discussing off-platform, generating buzz that conventional metrics can't capture. The move has been interpreted by many as a statement. Jin doesn't just participate in trends, he shapes them. Social media strategies experts argue that Jin's approach marks a pivotal shift. By controlling the environment around his content, he commands attention and cultivates mystique. Unlike the typical engagement-driven model that relies on likes and comments to prove relevance, Jin's posts leverage cultural capital. The price per post becomes more than a financial figure. It is a reflection of demand for association with an icon. Brands are effectively buying access not to a celebrity, but to a phenomenon whose influence transcends conventional measurements. And yet, there is an emotional layer that resonates with fans and observers alike. Many armies have expressed amazement not just at the numbers, but at the gravity of Jin's transformation. From his early days as a member of a globally adored boy band to a figure commanding multi-million-dollar deals in the heart of the fashion world, Jin's journey embodies a narrative of growth, ambition, and mastery of personal brand. The act of turning off comments adds a subtle poignancy, an acknowledgement that even in the era of hyperconnectivity, some moments are meant to be observed in awe rather than debated in real time. This calculated silence has created a paradoxical engagement. While comments are off, the global conversation has never been louder. Articles, forums, and social media channels are awash with speculation, admiration, and astonishment. Questions abound. Will other stars follow this model? Is Jin redefining what it means to monetize influence in a world dominated by digital interaction? How sustainable is this level of attention and commercial impact? Each question generates more intrigue, feeding the very cycle that turns each post into a spectacle and a financial windfall. The timing of Milan Fashion Week, one of the most prestigious fashion calendars in the world, amplifies the significance. It positions Jin at the intersection of music, celebrity, and luxury branding, a rare trifecta that few have achieved. Every detail of his appearance, from attire selection to pose, from background to lighting, was scrutinized by brands, media, and fans alike. Analysts suggest that the synergy between Jin's global fandom and high fashion visibility has created a model for brand collaboration that is both aspirational and quantifiably profitable. Critically, Jin's strategy is more than a financial feat. It's a cultural signal. The silence of the comment section, paired with a visually arresting feed, communicates authority, control, and confidence. It is an invitation to witness influence in a curated form. Every post becomes an event, every photo a headline, and every shared story a high-value asset. In a landscape where digital noise can often drown out celebrity impact, Jin has crafted clarity, focus, and prestige. As the dust settles from Milan Fashion Week, the industry is left grappling with the implications. Jin has not just participated, he has dominated, shifted paradigms, and prompted serious reconsideration of marketing and celebrity influence in the 21st century. From a single post earning $4.85 million to the strategic decision to silence immediate engagement, the spectacle has reshaped expectations. The question now is whether the industry will follow or simply marvel at a benchmark that might remain unmatched for years. In the end, Jin's Milan moment is a masterclass in precision, strategy, and emotional resonance. It reminds the world that influence is not just about numbers, but about narrative, presence, and perception. It is a striking example of how a global star can command attention, dictate conversation, and convert cultural admiration into tangible, record-breaking financial success. The world watched, awed and contemplative, as Jin BTS turned Milan Fashion Week into more than a showcase. It became a declaration of power, artistry, and commercial ingenuity.